Well, you see, it was a cotter's cottage. It's called Brockhill.
All right.
Before Sparrowhall, same as this, was a cotter cottage, and it was called Brockhill. And the first I've heard my forebear say was a Turfis man in it, and he was called Thomas Turfis.
I remember you mentioning him before.
That was the first family who was in it. Well, there was a man, Robert Turfis, who was married to Christina Swanee in North Rossi, that was in Crewsbury. And he was having a problem, you see, because it belonged to the Laird of North Rossi, Crewsbury, and he was in a problem because he was getting friendly with his wife. And they differed. And the action the Laird was supposed to have taken was to evict him out of Crewsbury. Which Crewsbury was a firm where he could live and him and his family could live on. He had 8 of family, you see. And he had to go into a poorer place. And that was gravity. And of course, he couldn't support the family. So he decided, you see, the Laird didn't stop pursuing his wife and his family. So he decided that he would leave North Rossi. So he took his boat and his little belongings and he sailed for Sandy. And he landed somewhere, I believe, I'm told, around about Sita, the north end in Rosnes, back of Rosnes. He landed there. He managed to get a job at Newark. And the lads got a job, the boys got a job, herding cattle and Sita and Gerbo and Hellhead and places like that. And that's how they came to be in Sandy. Well, he had a son, Thomas, had got married to a Mary Angus in the North End. And their family, this Thomas that came to Sparrowhall, would be one of their family. He had 8 of a family as well. And that's how Thomas Turfis came to be in Sparrowhall.
So when he went to Sparrowhall, he had 8 kids at Sparrowhall?
No. He was the man that came to Sparrowhall was one of 8 kids.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering how they all fitted in, but in those days they did anyway, didn't they?
Yes. So that was Thomas Turfis. And I don't think they maybe did very well in it. It was poor land, you see, for they had the worst of the land, and West Brock had the better parts of Sparrowhall, because Brockhill belonged to West Brock.
I see.
And these cotters had to work to West Brock, you see, for their property. And they built the houses on it. The cotters had built the first houses on it, on that land. Well, that man Thomas Turfis, that was in Sparrowhall, apparently he had TB among his cattle. And he lost, he wouldn't have had money, maybe 2 or maybe 3 cows and their followers. And he lost his cattle. And at that time, there were money, I don't know where he got it from, whether it was collected in the community or had put up that stone buyer. They built a stone buyer for him and he started up again. But I think he got fed up with it and left it. He left it, and then a man Cooper got it.
And still a cotter's cottage.
Still a cotter's place. And he was saying that Cooper man that came to it was a Wally Cooper, and he worked at Wassiter. He came here as a farm servant and worked at Wassiter. And he came to it with his family. And he was married to a Moody. I think that was a Sandy woman. She came from Kettletop, in her own Kettletop area somewhere. and she's Isabel Moody, Icy Moody they used to call her. And they had 3 boys and a lassie in their family. And that's the first I remember in it, Wally Cooper, working in it. And he died in there, and his son...
Would he have been related to Leslie Cooper?
No.
No.
This was a West, I think he was a Wesley Cooper. And he died there, and he left it to his son Wally. And his son Wally was he was a farm servant. He worked down at Hillhead in the North End. That's where his employment was. And he came home to it. And of course he was on his own. He was not married, my single man. And his brother Jimmy was married to Slater, Barbara Slater, and he went to live up at Lower Savile Green. You see, so that left Wally in Sparrowhall on his own. So he got fed up and he couldn't manage it all. So he sold it. And Jimmy King bought it.
So he had bought it. It wasn't a cotter's cottage then. If he could sell it.
No, it had moved on for the cotter ownership. Became to crofting. When the Crofters Commission started to move on to be a croft, and it turned out to be a croft, and they got more land and little with it. And I think he had 25 acres altogether. He was there, and Wally was there, and anyway, he sold it, and Jimmy King bought it. And Jimmy King bought it, and he bought his family up there. He's married to Sinclair for Lougheed, Dora Sinclair, and he had Reynolds and Doreen and Jimmy. And they was born in Sparrowhall and brought up in Sparrowhall. And they came to the stage, I suppose they got fed up with it, didn't want to work it either. And his father, of course, died. No, he didn't die. He left over the water and went to Kirkwell. So he went into over the water to his father's place and sold Sparrowhall. John Scott bought it. John Scott bought it. And he came there with his family. Of course, it would have been his family. They would all been born before they came to Sparrowhall. The 4 boys was born, and they came here, and he extended on it and put the Grant Stadium on it, the silo on it, and made it what it is as it is now. And
they would have put the kitchen and bathroom.
He got more land on it, and he worked it as a craft. He did fairly well in it. And he had to retire, and then there's a teacher retired and got it.
I wonder who that was.
I wouldn't know that.
Now tell me, who built the bothy? Because the end room was the bothy, wasn't it? The room that you pass as you go to the front door.
Reaching, I think before the Turfaces.
Oh, I thought the Turfaces were the first folk in it.
First folk I can remember it.
Now, yeah.
First I ever heard of in it was Turfaces.
Yeah, so the bothy was already there when and it was a bothy then. It
was an extension was put on it. But
yeah. And can you remember which family was in? Because apparently there was a kitchen out the back. Behind what used to be the little bedroom.
Oh yeah, that was Jimmy King about that one.
He put the kitchen on or took it off? Put it on?
He put it on.
Yeah.
I don't quite remember whether the Scots took that off or Jimmy King took that off. He put it on and took it off. I'm not quite sure, but it certainly is in the time between the Scots and the Kings that it happened, that it went on and come off.
Yeah.
It was just an extra extension on it. It was not actually a kitchen, I don't think.
No. Well, now it's a back porch.
Yes, but you got that put on.
Yeah. And then, of course, there was the box bed.
Box beds?
Well, there used to be a box bed, because what's now my bedroom used to be the kitchen. The living room sort of, was it? Not?
I don't know what end you sleep in.
I'm sleeping in the far end.
Next to anchor man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that used to be the kitchen.
That used to be the kitchen, and
Yes.
it had a box bed,
Right.
which when I moved in was a pantry.
Mm-hmm.
It had been blocked off from that room,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pantry.
John Scott's father, when Jimmy King got married, and his father bought Sparrowhall for him and the wife, and when they came to it, they got it refurbished on the inside. Then they got it all the old stuff out, all the old wooden box beds and how it was. They got it all that out, and they put new wooden partitions in it. It was John Scott's father. They were joiners at Castle Green, and they did the inside work on it. I think they put was there a ceiling and all put in it? Yes.
Ceiling?
Was there no wooden ceiling in it?
Not anymore. Well, there wasn't when I moved in, I don't think. No, I mean, it's just plasterboard, the ceiling.
But John Scott put that in.
Yeah.
I think there was a wooden ceiling in it before.
Aye.
There was a wooden ceiling. Well, they put that in, and they had not box beds, but sort of cubicles, kind of similar to box beds.
Yeah.
It was all box beds when the Coopers was in it. It was all box beds was in it. And where your television is now, that was their kind of scullery piece.
All right.
In there, and they had the Coopers had a small bedroom in there. And the kitchen, of course, was where the bedroom is now.
There was a bedroom there when I moved in, which was known as Nichols' bedroom.
That's right.
Yeah, and I joined it on to the living room to make the living room bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that used to be a scullery in the Cooper's time.
It's quite interesting getting all this.
That's Sparrowhall, that's who it was.
And the Scotts, it was John Scott, was he the janitor at the school?
No, Ian.
It was Ian.
It's Ian and Sheila. They got the janitor. He got the janitor's job. That'd been after Billy Cooper. Jimmy Cooper, Willie Cooper was in Sparrowhall. Son Jimmy was married to Barbara Slater. He had a son Billy. And was married to a Deirdre's girl for Burness, for the Dearness. She's still alive and married again. Well, they had the janitor's job. And that's when Ian Scott got it after he left it and went to Kirkwall.
That's all very interesting.
And I don't know what more about Sparrowhall.